Good evening and welcome inside historic Shaw Gymnasium. We've got a great women's basketball matchup for you here tonight. It's the Battle of Losser as the Mustangs from Marian take the 1 mile trip down Losser Road to 13 Mile to face the Country Day Yellow Jackets. I'm Luka Nowinski alongside Steve Lepkowski. What are we going to look for in this matchup here tonight?
Yeah, Luka, it's a busy day in athletics for Country Day. We just got news that our men's varsity hockey team won their first playoff game, 10-0 to Allen Park Cabrini. Our men's basketball team plays tonight at Chippewa Valley at 7, and here at 6 o'clock, the women's team plays Marian High School. Currently, we are sitting at 14-5. Marian is 5-13, but this is a special game because it truly is two of the blue bloods in the history of women's basketball in the state of Michigan. Country Day's won 13 state championships. Marian has won 6, and in fact, in 1998 and 2015, both Marian and Country Day won the state championship that year, with Marian being in Class A and Country Day in Class B. And for decades, Country Day and Marian were led by two true coaching legends in the state of Michigan. Marian was led by Coach Mary Cicerone from 1983 to 2022. Obviously, Country Day's led by the great Coach O from 1981 to 2019. And when Coach Cicerone retired in 2022, Coach O had the most wins in the history of women's basketball in the state, with a record of 797 and 126. And number 2 on that list was Coach Cicerone with a record of 707 and 233. So it's truly a matchup of two blue blood, great historical programs tonight, and something relatively new. A couple years ago, this became a trophy game. It's called the Battle of Losser, like you mentioned earlier. In both years, Country Day came out on top. In 2023, we won 69-44. In 2024, last year, we won a tight game, 60-57. And there's two common opponents, Luka. Orchard Lake St. Mary's and Regina. Both Country Day and Marian have played them. Country Day beat Orchard Lake 49-39. Marian lost 34-58. And against Regina, Country Day won 75-53. Marian lost 53-61. So on paper, I think we're in a good spot, and but like anything, this is a trophy game, a rivalry. We've played Marian for many years when both were winning state championships. So, I expect a great effort on both sides, and hopefully the Yellow Jackets will come out with a win at the end.
This was a great game last year. Country Day squeaking out a 60-57 win, just 3 points separating these two teams last year. Sure to be another great game here tonight, and kind of a little bit of rivalry here. Like you said, now a trophy game. This trophy kind of established just recently, a couple of seasons ago. So sure to be an amazing matchup here tonight on a midwinter break where, some people not in the building, but we are ready to go with a great matchup of basketball.
Yeah, and after tonight, our team's going to have 2 games left in the playoffs. So, yeah, it is always a funky deal when we're playing over a break. However, both these teams, they've got a couple more chances to get fully prepared for a playoff run, in late February and on through March.
And the Yellow Jackets certainly poised to make a great playoff run this year, sitting at 14-5 on the season at this very moment. And like you said, just a couple of games left. We're going to be broadcasting a couple of those games next week as well. Sure to be a great finish to this regular season and then into the playoffs. Now let's send it down to our public address announcer, Celeste Mahabir, for some introductions and our national anthem.
Before we name the teams, the privilege of this game is made possible by those who have fought and continue to fight for the freedoms we enjoy. Let us honor and respect your effort and sacrifice on our behalf. Please remove your hats. Veterans, we encourage you to render the appropriate salute. And everyone able, please stand at attention, place your right hand over your heart, and join the Detroit Country Day School Bella Voce Choir in singing our national anthem. Lord, can you see God the early gods, what so proudly we hail, that is why our must be, whose gospels and my stars through the barrel of stars, who the gods we want.
We are just moments away from tip-off inside Shaw Gymnasium. Let's meet our starting lineups. Starting with Marian, it's number 2, McKinley Reed. Number 14, Olivia Rotter. Number 24, Kennedy Marsh. Number 30, Molly McLeod. And number 33, Perla Haradi. And for your Country Day Yellow Jackets, it's number 0, Nia Crispin. Number 2, Cece Arico. Number 3, Jayla Jackson. Number 12, Sanaya Blackwell. And number 24, Ariana Wiggins. Last time we saw these Yellow Jackets on a broadcast, it was a loss to Dayton Carroll, a top team out of Ohio. And it was a close game the entire way, kind of back and forth. You know, Country Day had a really strong first half, and then the second half, Dayton Carroll kind of took over. So what's going to be key for the Yellow Jackets here tonight to kind of avoid a result like that?
Yeah, you know, I'm sure Coach Dean and the players have worked in practice against the low post inside game. That's what Carroll really started to attack us in the second half. We play up and down, and when we're playing at a fast pace in the 60s and 70s on the offensive end, that's when we're at our best. Carroll came out of that halftime, slowed the game down, made it a grinded out, slow-moving, low-scoring game. So I'm sure we may see a little pressure early out of the jump, just get this flow up and down. And, you know, I think if we do that, we're going to be in great shape. But like we talked about during that Carroll game, that was a great game for our team to see, hey, this could be in the blueprint of how to play us. Slow, deliberate, and what are we going to do to counter that so we can get our game going.
Just moments away from tip-off here, it's Cece Arico at center court for the Yellow Jackets to go up against number 24 for Marian, Kennedy Marsh. We know the Yellow Jackets' identity. It's to play quick, to play fun, to put up shots, and to get them to go down. High-scoring game is this team's mantra. Let's see if they can do that tonight. Marian had a nice win against St. Catherine just last week, and we are underway. Marian controls the tip. It's Reed.
And we come out in man-to-man defense, and so I'm sure that's part of let's put some ball pressure, see if we can get some steals early and get some runouts.
McLeod working against Jayla Jackson. She's one of the Mustangs' top options. Now on the left side to Reed against Ariana Wiggins. Gets a little screen. Now Reed driving. Goes inside, finds a teammate, and a jump ball. That was Perla Haradi with it, and the Yellow Jackets will control it now.
Yeah, good first set. You can see that Marian was trying to get it inside the post. You know, we had great defense there, get the turnover, and now let's see what we got cooking on offense. Looks like Marian's coming out in a 2-3 zone here.
Jayla Jackson with it for the Yellow Jackets. Swings it over to Cece Arico on the left side. Now back to the right side for Nia Crispin. Arico now working inside, puts up a jumper, and it goes. Cece Arico gets the night started for the Yellow Jackets.
A great pump fake by Cece, really under control, get the ball in the middle of that zone and attack.
Yellow Jackets working on a full court press. Marian able to get out of it. It's McLeod with it on the left side. McLeod driving against Jayla Jackson, puts one up and puts it through to answer.
Yeah, you can see they probably watch a Carroll tape. They're going to try to get the ball in the paint, whether by drive or ball entry.
Jayla Jackson looking to respond. Marian comes down with it.
And it'll be interesting. The Mustangs are again a proud program, and they're going to do their homework, playing us a zone, being more deliberate on offense.
Reed puts up a shot, and it goes for Marian.
And that's what we're going to have to show we can defeat.
Arico finds Jayla Jackson for 3 on the left side. A little too strong. Haradi comes down with it and a whistle. And they'll call it out of bounds, so Marian will have to inbound now. And the Yellow Jackets can put on the full court pressure.
Yeah, full court man-to-man here. Looks like we're going to try to deny the entry pass.
Rotter looking to inbound. Tried to find McLeod. It was tipped out of bounds by Country Day's Sanaya Blackwell, so Marian will try again.
Yeah, we're doing a really good job switching. So we're in full deny, not covering the entry, and trying to get a steal out of the gate.
Rotter inbound, tipped out of bounds. Looks like Nia Crispin got her fingertips on it. And it looks like we've got a timeout here by Marian.
Yeah, early on our full court pressure is working. They obviously, Marian calls a quick timeout, review their press breaker. So now this is an opportunity for Coach Dean to switch her full court pressure, maybe go into a zone press and or maybe now defend the entry as opposed to full deny. So, again, I think even though we're not, barely a minute into the game, one thing we talked about, trying to push this pace with our full court pressures working, causing an early timeout.
I think it's important to kind of establish what they're going to do on defense here tonight and make Marian a little bit uncomfortable. You don't want to let them get up and down the court quickly and kind of we need to challenge Marian to match our intensity, and I think that's what we're doing with this full court pressure right now.
Absolutely, Luca.
Nice inbound there into McKinley Reed, who will take it up for the Mustangs. Sanaya Blackwell on the defensive end for the Yellow Jackets. Reed working on the left side now. Reed slowing it down for Marian. Looking to work inside. It was poked away by Ariana Wiggins. Now Jayla Jackson with it. Yellow Jackets with numbers. Jayla Jackson down low and tying the game for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, great steal by Ariana. A tremendous finish by Jayla. That's the example of that's the Country Day basketball for 2025. That's when we're at our best.
Reed with it again for the Mustangs. Finds McLeod right side. Picks up a screen, and Cece Arico takes it away. Now going all the way for the Yellow Jackets and putting it through. Yellow Jackets back on top.
Well, just like you said, Luca, we have to challenge them, especially in the backcourt with our ball pressure, get steals, and that's what we're doing right here early in the first.
Marsh with it, and a travel. Yellow Jackets taking over.
Yeah, you can feel it. The pace is increasing. Marian does not look as comfortable as they did in the first minute of the game, and we got to keep this. And we got to attack this zone by getting it inside, either by drive or, again, ball entry. We did that the first couple times. I think we should get away from the outside just yet.
Arico for three. Got it. Cece Arico with a fast start, 7 points.
Well, that's why I'm not the coach, Luca. A heck of a look there by Cece, pure in the net, and we're hitting on all cylinders here early.
McLeod with it, facing some pressure from the Yellow Jackets. Harati was able to pick up the slack. Now it's Reed working. Lots of pressure. Long three was tipped. Marian still with it, going down low, and through some contact, Olivia Rotter scores.
Yeah, tough shot by Rotter. Really used her body well to shield the defender on that.
Crispin working from the left side. Arico kicks it out. Jayla Jackson for three. Too strong. Sanaya Blackwell fighting for the rebound on the offensive glass, and it's a jump ball. This will go the way of Marian.
Yeah, I can't say enough about Sanaya. She is such a key component to the success of our team. She just plays great defense, rebound, hustle points, another great example right there.
McLeod inbounding, finds Reed. Sanaya Blackwell will back off a little bit. 4:20 to go here in this first quarter. Country Day with a 9-6 lead. McLeod, logo three. Just a little off. Marian gets the offensive rebound, though. Shot doesn't fall. Country Day comes down with it. Sanaya Blackwell almost lost it. And now Jayla Jackson will take it up as we're halfway through this first quarter. Jackson slowing it down for the Yellow Jackets. Swings it over to Cece Arico. Gets the screen from Ariana Wiggins. Jackson's back out long, too, for Sanaya Blackwell. Doesn't fall. And Reed will take it the other way again for the Mustangs. Their coach wants some tempo. Let's see if they can bring it. Reed with it. Over to McLeod. McLeod is not afraid to put up a shot. We've seen that with a couple already. And that one goes out of bounds. Yellow Jackets will take over.
Yeah, we're doing a great job. We are switching all screens right now, and so it's making it really difficult on the ball handlers for Marian because there's no space. So if they're setting the screen, person covering the screen is jumping the dribbler when they come through. I'd like to see us, again, attack the inside interior of this zone. We've done it a couple times and been very successful.
Arico for three. Cece Arico with 10 points tonight.
Well, if she keeps shooting, just forget what I say, Cece. Just keep shooting. She's definitely off to a hot start.
Reed moving quickly for Marian. They're down by 6. Now McLeod with a wide open shot for 3. That one doesn't fall. Arico with the rebound. CC Arico pushing it up to Nia Crispin. Lays it up. Doesn't fall for the Yellow Jackets. Marian will take it the other way. McLeod looking to reset and get the offense going. That one was poked away by Jayla Jackson. Marian will keep it on the offensive end.
Yeah, we're taking a lot of chances defensively and getting a lot of steals, which is great to see because we're also doing that without committing fouls. So I'll show you how quick our girls are defensively and how in tune they are with the defensive coverage.
Reed inbounds to McLeod. You can tell Marian wants to run their offense through McLeod. There's a three-point shot. Just a little off. Second chance doesn't fall. Fighting for the rebound, and Marian will keep it.
Yeah, Ella Swanson's come in for Marian, and she's got a considerable size advantage, and she's been doing some damage there with getting offensive rebounds. Hasn't been able to put them in yet, but we definitely have to block her out.
Reed inbounding, finds McLeod on the right side. Jayla Jackson not willing to give any open shots. Now it's Ambrosiak who lost it. Ariana Wiggins took it away. CC Arico pushes it up to Nia Crispin. Back over to Arico. Arico drives and is fouled on the floor. That's the first foul of this game. Almost 6 minutes into this first quarter.
Yeah, we're just doing a tremendous job of getting the ball down the court as quickly as possible. And this is what we all remember of Country Day basketball this season when they've had their great wins inside Shaw Gymnasium. When we play slow, it's just not our style this year. So it's good to see.
Arico takes it back out under 2 minutes to go in this first quarter. Country Day with a 6-point lead. Crispin on the left side with it. Back over to Arico. Long three. That's short. Swanson comes down with the rebound, and Marian will take it up. Country Day backs off with the pressure a little bit here. Reed trying to drive, and that'll be a foul. Foul was on Jayla Jackson.
Yeah, we're going to have to watch Swanson here cutting to the basket on this underneath play. Typically when you have a post player at the top of the key, that's what they're trying to do.
Reed looking at inbound again for the Mustangs. CC Arico just took it out of thin air. And now we'll get a foul call against Marian. That's against Rotter.
Yeah, great job by CC. We've talked about so many times on the earlier broadcasts. She is truly a complete player. Obviously, offensively, you can just see she can score from anywhere. But the reason she's such a great player is the defense she plays, and perfect example right there.
Wiggins with it for the Yellow Jackets. Now over to Eunice. Jackson over in the corner. Nia Crispin for three. Doesn't fall. Marian gets the rebound. And taking it the other way, under a minute to go in this first quarter. Reed with it. It's been a little bit since Marian's gotten on the scoreboard. Feels like they need something here to end the first quarter. Reed trying to drive Crispin, not having any of it. Back over to McLeod. Logo three. Doesn't fall. Eunice with the rebound. Country Day left 30 seconds to work with it. Blackwell driving, swings it out. It's Eunice over to Wiggins for three. That one doesn't fall. Swanson with the rebound. 20 seconds now for Marian. Reed trying to work quickly. Slows it down now. Feels like Marian's going to want the last shot of this first quarter. 10 seconds on the clock. Reed looking for an open look. Floats one up. Doesn't fall. Eunice with the rebound, and that ends the first quarter. Not a high-scoring first quarter. Yellow Jackets up on the scoreboard 12-6.
As with every end of first quarter, we have our shout-out of the night. And today we're going to shout out the Associate Athletic Director, Ross Cooper. Ross has been at Country Day for probably about 20 years, started as our head athletic trainer. Then in 2013, along with Dan Luff, they both assumed the role as Associate Athletic Director. And, Ross has stayed on as head athletic trainer, so he's got a dual role within our athletic program. But I would have to say, anyone that knows Ross, he's a tireless worker and is always promoting Country Day athletics. And specifically in his time as associate athletic director, no one has literally done more for women's athletics at Country Day. He is such a strong supporter of women's athletics, and you can just see in recent time the success of our women's programs has been unbelievable, and a lot of that credit is all the behind support that Ross has given all the young ladies that participate and their coaches. From this year, volleyball won their first state championship in school history. Women's soccer won a state championship a couple years ago. Field hockey has won recently. And our softball team has been fantastic. And then lacrosse won a state championship 2 years ago. And obviously with our women's program having the year they are. So I know Ross is up north with his family, his beautiful wife Heidi. And he's got 3 boys at Country Day, Owen in 7th, Jack in 3rd, Will in 1st. So Ross, if you're listening, Lep says hi, and thanks again for everything you've done for Country Day.
Yeah, and he's also been an incredible supporter of these broadcasts, and really he's been kind of my go-to guy for getting all this started, and he's just been a huge supporter of growing this athletics program, and it's all thanks to him, really.
Yeah, and one thing that Ross does that I don't think people appreciate, and again, along with along with Dan Luft, but Ross, he is always pushing the envelope. He is pushing our athletics program forward at every moment, whether it was social media when that was coming on the scene or obviously with these broadcasts. He's just, when I say tireless worker for Country Day athletics, he is.
Country Day looking to inbound here in the early stages of this second quarter, holding a 6-point lead. Crispin gets it into Rico, who puts it up, and it just falls out.
Yeah,
Luca, goes out of bounds.
We kind of faltered there a little bit at the end of the first. It feels like we should be up double digits. But when you look at the scoreboard, we're only up 6, and Marian has the ball. So hopefully some shots are going to start falling for us.
It's been a great job on defense so far here tonight for the Yellow Jackets. They've just struggled a little bit offensively. They had kind of a fast start and then slowed down. So we'll see if they can get the fire going here in this second quarter of action. Sanaya Blackwell pokes it away for a moment. Reed with it, and they're going to call a foul on the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, once again, Sanaya had a great play, almost had a steal there. She plays with such tremendous energy, and you can see, like you said, we were playing great defense, obviously, but Marian has just struggled to get into any flow. Sometimes you're saying, they're shooting from the logo. It's because they can't get it past our three-point line. So hopefully that stays the course. And like you said, we got to get some runouts and easy buckets to get our offense going.
McLeod finds Marsh, now going inside for Swanson, and a foul on the floor against the Yellow Jackets. That one goes against Sanaya Blackwell. She's got 2 fouls, and Jayla Jackson will let Blackwell head over to the bench.
Yeah, we don't want her getting too much early foul trouble, so I'm sure she's going to have a seat for, a majority of this second quarter.
McLeod inbounds to Reed. Working against Eunice. And now Wiggins. Finds her teammate Ambrosiak, now going inside for Swanson, and a double dribble. Yellow Jackets will take over.
Yeah, there again, our switching defensively and our man defense is really giving Marian trouble. And then even when they get it in the post to Swanson, you can just see their players are a little rushed right now because of our defense.
Jackson with it for Country Day. Yellow Jackets need to get the offense going a little bit here. Ariana Wiggins going down low. Cece Arico with the offensive rebound and a foul.
Great job there. Marian switched to man-to-man defense, and a great effort by Cece getting that offensive rebound, getting second chance points and chance for a three-point play here.
Cece Arico now at the line. She's already got 12 of the Yellow Jackets' 14 points tonight. Free throw goes out, but Ariana Wiggins was there for the long offensive rebound, so Yellow Jackets get another possession. And Arico lost it. McLeod with it for Marian now. McLeod gets the screen from Marsh. Now over to Marsh, swings it out. It's Ambrosiak in the corner for three.
Great ball movement by Marian. It's kind of their first set that they seemed in rhythm there. And, like we said, this is a trophy game, a rivalry game. So even though we feel like we should be up more, great answer.
And there's Maya Hamoud in the corner to respond for the Yellow Jackets.
But, Marian's going to hang in there tough. And so we're going to have a really good competitive game tonight.
Reed with it, trying to go inside for Marian, fouled on her way up.
It was a huge three by Maya there. They come down, hit a three, have some life, and Maya just sticks it from the corner. Great answer. It's what championship teams do.
McKinley Reed at the line for the Mustangs to shoot two. Sinks the first. Couple substitutions for the Yellow Jackets. It's Nia Crispin and Allie Schwartz. Yellow Jackets using a little bit of a deeper bench than we've seen in previous games, so that's a little bit interesting here early on in this one. And Reed hits them both.
Yeah, Coach Dean, as we were saying, after tonight, only 2 games, is you're kind of getting to your last chance to see if there's someone else that can give you meaningful minutes. So I'm sure it's intentional to give some players that potentially don't play this early in the game some run.
Jayla Jackson going down low, fighting for her own rebound. Now Hamoud with it. Cross-court pass to Arico. Arico working on the right side. Country Day still holds a 6-point lead. Jackson going inside. Had a little bit of a size advantage and a foul called.
Yeah, great recognition by CC. Jayla on the block. Like you said, size advantage, and obviously Jayla's really good around the rack. Great body control, gets that foul, and she'll shoot for 2. But again, I can't say it enough. It's a compliment to Marian. They're hanging in here. It's only a 6-point lead for the Jackets, and really feels like it should be double digits by now.
Jackson hits her first free throw. Looking to extend this lead for the Yellow Jackets. Got them both. McLeod working with it for the Mustangs now. 5:10 to go in this first half. Country Day holds a 19-11 lead. McLeod got it poked away by Jackson. Jackson going all the way for the Yellow Jackets, lays it up. CeCe Arico with the offensive rebound. The putback doesn't fall. Arico with it again, and contact on the way up. She's going to go to the line.
Yeah, another great effort by CeCe. She just doesn't stop. For those of you who remember the old school commercials with the Energizer Bunny, that's what I feel like when I watch CeCe. She's just going to put the ball up. If it doesn't go in, going to go up again, get the rebound, and she's really asserting herself as we're getting close to playoffs.
Arico at the line to shoot 2. Hits the first. Arico averages just about 7 rebounds per game on the season, and she might have that already.
Yeah. I mean, one thing about CeCe, you'll never have to question effort level. Every night you're going to get her best, and right now she's just really making her presence felt under the glass.
Arico having a great night already in this first half. 14 points with 4:56 left to go in this second quarter, and now Country Day with a 10-point lead.
Yeah, now is a critical moment in this game for Marian. About 5 minutes to go in the half, down 10. We get some steals here. We could really extend this lead.
Reed driving, doesn't fall. Wiggins with the rebound for the Yellow Jackets. Now pushing it. Trying to go down low, lost the handle. It was tapped out of bounds by Marian's number 24. That was Kennedy Marsh. So Yellow Jackets will keep it on the offensive end. And the Yellow Jackets call a timeout.
Yeah, so, now we're starting, Luca, to get to where we kind of felt this game was going to be, in the double-digit lead area. But, I can't stress it enough. Marian's trying to slow the game down. We're trying to speed it up, and we're doing a much better job than we did against Dayton Carroll last week. And so that's a testament to the coaching staff and players working on that, how to counteract that strategy. Because I can tell you, as we get to the playoffs, everyone's going to be looking for that Dayton Carroll film, and I would think that many teams are going to try to execute their game plan.
Yellow Jackets hold a 10-point lead over Marian here. 4:33 to go in this first half, and the offense has started to get going a little bit here in this second quarter after kind of a slower start. Nia Crispin to inbound for Country Day. Looking for an open teammate, finds CC Arico down low, back out Crispin for three. She got it, Nia Crispin.
Wow, what a pretty two-man game there. Bounce pass by Nia to CC in the post. She flares to the corner, and CC kicks it right back out unselfishly, hit the three, and you can see right away Marian had to call timeout. So that was a great play. Just I'm sure how Coach Dean drew it up.
And like we were just saying, you know, Country Day's offense has kind of come alive here in this second quarter, currently on a mini 7-0 run. So it's been a nice second quarter, kind of bouncing back. They couldn't find really great offensive looks in that first quarter. Now able to create on offense, running it through CC Arico, who's really come on, especially in these last few games. She's been spectacular, and we're seeing it right now.
Yeah, and I don't – it doesn't appear that Marian's here for a high-scoring game. So now as a coach, you're starting to think, all right, we have 24 points. You know, if we get to 50, it's going to be really hard for Marian to beat us. And then 50 is really below what we typically average. So I think we're in a great spot right now.
Marian inbounds at Swanson inside, who's fouled on her way up.
Yeah, another great out-of-bounds play underneath, this time by Marian, getting Swanson underneath. And, again, we referenced it earlier. Anytime you get a big starting high on the free throw line extended area on out-of-bounds play, they're usually going to crash the rim for a pass.
Ella Swanson shooting two for Marian. That was Allie Schwartz's second foul. She heads over to the bench. Eunice coming in for the Yellow Jackets. Swanson goes 1 for 2. Arico pushing it up for the Yellow Jackets over to Crispin. Crispin right side, three ball, got it! Nia Crispin with 2 straight three-pointers.
Wow, call her Steph Crispin. That's a Stephen Curry move right there. Hesitation, step back three. Beautiful shot.
Reed with it for Marian now. Looking to respond. It's poked away by Wiggins, and Jayla Jackson takes over. Jackson with it, going down low, puts one up, and puts it through, fighting through the contact. Great job by Jayla Jackson.
Yeah, great read. She hesitated, then just went right to the rack, under control, took contact, still made it. Great job by Jayla.
Country Day's offense coming to life. And now the defense making an impact. Marian goes over and back, and Country Day takes over.
Yeah, our ball pressure is just giving them fits. And like we said at the 5-minute mark, critical point in this game. We're up 10, now we're up by 17. We can really largen this lead to make it almost insurmountable at half.
Country Day has outscored Marian 17-6 in this second quarter. Yellow Jackets going a little slower on this one. Arico with it. Out to Crispin, wide open three. She got it again! Nia Crispin from downtown.
Yeah, Nia's feeling it. Marian gets back to their 2-3 zone. Another great kick out by CC. Again, this is great to see. This is the Country Day basketball that we're used to seeing every night we're in Shaw Gym.
Reed with it, looking to respond for Marian. Now Swanson going inside, puts one up, off the glass, and a foul. That'll send Swanson to the line.
Yeah, so we've doubled our lead in, about 3 minutes, which is great to see. We're on one of these runs that we typically watch, and we keep on playing this ball defense, getting steals and run-outs. Marian's going to have their hands full tonight.
That was CC Arico's first foul. Swanson's first free throw fall. She went 1 for 2 at the line last time. And Swanson hits them both. Now Arico with it for Country Day.
I would try to find where Zero's on the court. Nia's been on fire. We would keep feeding her.
Crispin right side. Cross court to Arico in the left corner. Driving baseline. Swings it out to Eunice. Eunice puts one up. Doesn't fall. Jackson with the offensive rebound. Puts it up through the contact and one. Jayla Jackson.
Jayla's just so strong underneath. That's what makes her very difficult to defend. And she just does this night in, night out, whether she's attacking the basket on a drive or getting second chance points there.
Jayla Jackson looking to convert on a three-point play for the Yellow Jackets. Got it. Marian needs to respond quickly. The Yellow Jackets have been on fire offensively in this second quarter. McLeod looking for a teammate, and it's picked away by Cece Arico. Arico taking it the other way. Cross-court pass. Crispin in the corner for three. Too strong. Arico comes down with the rebound. And a travel, so Marian will take over. We haven't seen a lot of turnovers from the Yellow Jackets tonight, but we get one there, so Marian will take over.
Yeah, no, we're playing since this end of the first quarter, start of the second. We're playing our style of basketball. Now we're going into a full court zone press, and we'll see if Marian, what they can do against this. You're going to have to get the ball to the middle at some point, otherwise it's going to be real difficult.
Country Day, after scoring only 12 in the first quarter, now 23 in this second quarter with 1:50 to go. Reed with it for Marian. Driving. Lays it up, doesn't fall. Arico with the rebound. I feel like I've been saying that all night. Arico's been a force on the glass. Jackson now driving, baseline, puts it up, doesn't fall. Arico with the putback. Cece Arico.
She's playing, for lack of a better term, with her hair on fire right now. She is just so motivated and really giving us a lift and fulfilling that rebounder role for our team, along with everything else she does. Just what a player.
Reed for three. Too strong. Crispin came down with it. Pushes it up for the Yellow Jackets. Eunice now over to Jackson. Jackson drives through the contact. Doesn't fall. Long rebound. Jayla Jackson fought for it. Swings it out. It's Wiggins for three. Too strong. Rebound Ambrosiak. Marian takes over. Under a minute to go in this first half. Country Day with a 37-14 lead. Trying to go down low. It's taken away by Crispin. Crispin swings it out. Wiggins over to Arico for three. She got it, of course.
Wow, this is Country Day basketball. Unselfish, running down the court, always finding the open shooter, and we're hitting them tonight. And so this is the version that everyone in the state is scared of seeing in March. When we play like this, it's difficult.
McLeod just threw one up, and it goes through for Marian. 16 seconds on the clock for the Yellow Jackets. See if they can put a little more on before halftime. Arico with it under 10 now. Arico, long three. Air ball out of bounds. Marian will take over with 4.7 on the clock.
Yeah, I think she was trying to match McLeod's deep three, but what a great half here with 5 seconds left. That second quarter, we got back to Country Day basketball, and it's great to see, especially in a game like this. Say what you will. This is a big rivalry game for us.
McLeod with it, 2 on the clock. Going to have to put one up. And too strong. So that's halftime. Country Day with a 40-17 lead. They really came on in that second quarter.
Yeah, we been a bit since we've played, and now, like you were saying, in the second quarter, just got up and down, playing extremely hard. And, credit to Jayla Jackson attacking the rack with those key drives. CC with everything she's doing, but specifically the rebounding. And I would have to say, I'd love to know how many offensive rebounds we had, because I think that's what our defense stayed consistent through both quarters. But that second quarter, we started to get some offensive rebounds and second chance points, and that really kind of made this lead what it is.
Country Day with a 40-17 lead, outscored Marian in the second quarter 28-11 after scoring only 12 in the first quarter. Great quarter offensively and defensively, really creating turnovers, doing everything they needed to be up big on the scoreboard at halftime.
Yeah, absolutely. And, now we're going to have to go into half. We didn't have this kind of a lead against Dayton Carroll, but, last broadcast we saw what happened. Carroll made adjustments and to counter everything we were doing, and ultimately came back and won that game. So I'm sure Coach Dean is talking to the players about that, like, hey, one half's done. We got to go finish the next half.
All right, we'll be right back for a history lesson coming up. Stay tuned. This is your home for Country Day Basketball. We're back at halftime in the Shaw Gymnasium. Country Day holds a 40-17 lead, and we've got a halftime history lesson for you about the 1995 state championship team.
Yeah, Luca, the 1995 Class B state championship team ended up 24-2. Coach O's assistant that year was Kerry Keener, who we've talked about many times, was on several men's and women's state championship staffs. And, this was the second state championship in the program history. And, however, it was the first since 1989 when we won our initial state championship. And, after the 89 season, we went to the finals in 90 and lost. But then since that moment, we never got back to that state championship game. So this team was a real gritty team made up of a lot of seniors, and they really worked hard over their 4 years to get back to the state championship in 1995. They finished a regular season record of 17-2. And one unique thing as I was researching this season, we played Howell and won 43-32 in the mid-season mark, and then actually played them again the last game of the regular season and lost 42-41. And that's a unique thing. Traditionally, as an independent, we typically don't play teams twice in the regular season. And as they entered playoffs, really hit their stride, and, through the district and regional rounds, really never had a close game. In the semis, we played Paw Paw, won 66-44, and setting up a matchup with Grand Rapids West Catholic, who is 24-1, entering the state championship game. And, this game started off, it was very back and forth, defensive-minded game. We played great defense throughout the entire game and held Grand Rapids West Catholic to 23% shooting all night. And at half, we were up 21-13, but starting the third quarter, West Catholic went on a run and got that cut that lead to 23-21 by mid-third quarter. And then in the fourth, Coach O looked to a freshman on the roster who became one of the all-time greats, Jennifer Thomas Williams. And she came in and in the second half had 10 points, but more specifically in that fourth quarter, she opened up with the first 8 of 9 points for Country Day. And ultimately we won 44-32, capturing our second women's state championship at the end of that season. And, you know, there are many players on this team that had tremendous careers at Country Day and later in life, continue to have a high level of success. 2 seniors that were the backcourt for 4 years, Katie Kerr and Pam Brzezinski. Katie Kerr that night had 11 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 block. You know, when we talk about CC Arico, Katie comes to my mind, just a very well-rounded player. She was all-state captain, and she ended up going to the University of Washington to play collegiately. Another captain, Pam Brzezinski, she was a point guard, 4 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals. She ended up, after Country Day, playing at Aquinas College. The third captain was senior Tarika Richardson. She was a very defensive-minded player, a lot like Sanaya Blackwell. Got rebounds, just played with tremendous effort. She had 2 points, 4 rebounds that night. And then you had players like Carrie Dugan. She had 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals in that championship game. She was all-state as a junior and senior, went on, played collegiately at University of Vermont. And she's had a very successful career after her college days in public environmental policy. She's served our country in the Department of Energy, and currently she's a professor at U of M School for Environmental and Sustainability. Andrea Desi had 2 points, 2 steals. She went to NYU, and she played on the volleyball and basketball team, and she was a member of NYU's 1997 National Championship basketball team. And then, on that roster, you had 2, as I say, diaper dandy freshmen. Katie Blazlewski, she was a freshman. She eventually became an all-state player as a senior, went to University of Buffalo collegiately. And then Jennifer Thomas Williams, who I referenced earlier, she had 12 points, 9 rebounds. She ended up being all-state for 3 years, her sophomore through senior year, and went on to play collegiately at the University of North Carolina. And Jennifer, if there's a Mount Rushmore and Country Day women's basketball, she's definitely on it. She's one of the all-time greats. She was a member in our inaugural DCDS Hall of Fame class this past spring. A few years ago, she came back to school as a keynote speaker at the Blue and Gold National Scholar Athlete Banquet. And after her playing days were over, she spent many years as an athletic director at the collegiate level, and now currently she's the chief development officer for USA Basketball in Colorado Springs. So just obviously, along with all the other players, highly successful at Country Day and highly successful after their playing days were done. And, these 2 freshmen, Katie and Jennifer, they ended up winning 3 state championships. They won in 95 as a freshman, and then their junior and senior years in 97, 98. So they were a core part of that period of time. And in college, there was a really neat thing happening. Katie and Jennifer faced off when Katie's University of Buffalo team shocked Jennifer's UNC. They were nationally ranked, and Katie had a great game that night, 18 points and 8 rebounds. But both were starters that night, went back and forth, and I'm sure that was a special thing. You don't see that too many times where high school teammates who are so successful get to square off for opposing universities. So just a great team, great collection of players and great people. That's the 1995 Class B state championship team, 24-2.
Thank you so much for that history lesson here. Luka Nowinski alongside Steve Lepkowski. So glad to have you along for the second half of action. Country Day up on the scoreboard over Marian in this Battle of Losser. 40-17 is the lead. Marian trying to get something going on the offensive end and lost it out of bounds.
Yeah, we're picking right back where we left off in the first half. Great man-to-man defense, forcing a turnover. So it'll be interesting to see defensively what looks like they're going to stay in their 2-3 Marian, but I wonder at some point do they take chances and try to get some trapping going to force some turnovers.
Ariana Wiggins running it for the Yellow Jackets to start. Trying to drive right side. Now Jackson on the left side for three. Too strong. Marsh with the rebound for Marian. Now Reed taking it the other way. Drives down low. Tried to find Swanson. It's tapped out of bounds by CC Arico, so Marian will keep it.
Yeah, great recovery there by CC, helping out, tipped the ball out of bounds. Looks like we're staying man on this underneath play.
Reed to inbound over Sanaya Blackwell. Finds Swanson down low, puts one up. Doesn't fall. Jayla Jackson with the rebound for the Yellow Jackets. Jackson over to Wiggins. Now Crispin in the corner for three. Oh, it just falls out. Marsh with the rebound for Marian. Crispin had the hot hand in the second quarter with 3 3-pointers. Reed driving for Marian. Nice pass to Swanson. Gets her own putback and puts it through.
Yeah, Swanson has potential because of her height advantage to really give us problems. We've been doing a good job, but, she's going to get her points just based on how tall she is.
Arico going down low. Doesn't fall. Swanson with the rebound. Now Reed with it for Marian. Pushes it up to McLeod. McLeod throws up a three. Doesn't fall. Jackson gets a long rebound for the Yellow Jackets. Going the other way. Puts a shot up and puts it through. Jayla Jackson with 11 points now tonight.
Yeah, she's so fun to watch. Her ball skills and body control around the rack is just very impressive.
Reed lost it. Crispin taking it away. Now bringing it up for the Yellow Jackets. Cross-court pass to Wiggins in the corner for three. Off the glass. Marsh comes down with it. Falls to her knees, and Crispin now taking it away on the pass. Blackwell with it at the top for the Yellow Jackets. Driving. Puts up a floater and puts it through. Sanaya Blackwell on the board for the first time tonight.
Yeah, great basketball move by Sanaya, beating her defender and then pulling up, hitting the mid-range jumper.
McLeod's open three, doesn't fall.
Yeah, so we're tonight, Luca, we're obviously back on pace to where Coach Dean likes to be in the 60s and 70s offensive production. We're definitely on track for that. And you can see that it's just difficult for teams. If we're allowed to play our style, it is very difficult for someone to match that offensive output.
Yellow Jackets up on the scoreboard, 44-19 in this third quarter of action, 5:47 to go in the third quarter. Not a whole lot of foul trouble for either of these teams. A couple players on each team with 2 fouls, but nothing to really worry about too much here. And CC Arico, Jayla Jackson have really been kind of the stars of the show, along with Nia Crispin for the Yellow Jackets. But it's the defensive intensity, the stuff that doesn't really show up in the scorebook as much, that's really made a huge difference here.
Yeah, no doubt. And, it's two sides the coin there on production. And we obviously, defensively, when we play like this, we are very tough because we're going to score our points. But if we can hold the opponent to, in the 30s or 40s by the end of the game, there's not many teams that are going to beat us.
Yellow Jackets working on the offensive end. It's Jayla Jackson driving. Puts it up and puts it through. Nice job by Jayla Jackson.
Yeah, great job by the girls. First time Marian came in full court press and tic-tac-toe. We got the ball all the way to the rack for a layup.
Rotter with it for Marian, driving. Some contact on the way up. She'll shoot 2.
Yeah, but we've talked about it all year. Obviously, CC, Jayla are tremendously gifted offensively, but so are the other girls. We are a tough cover when we run up and down because, Nia can handle, but she also can hit the open shot. Ariana can hit the open threes. Sanaya is a slasher. When those 5 players are in unison, it's fun to watch. It is really fun basketball.
Rotter misses both shots at the line. Offensive rebound for Marsh. And that was Ambrosiak that tried to put it up, gets her own rebound, swings it back out to Reed, who will set it up for Marian.
Yeah, the switching by our defense, we've done it all night long, has really stifled Marian.
Reed going down low, doesn't fall. Wiggins with it for the Yellow Jackets, and Reed takes it away. Finds her teammate Marsh, and now McLeod with it, puts up a long three. Doesn't fall. Arico with a long rebound.
Man, McLeod likes to shoot from deep, huh? I mean, she's shooting from 40 feet away.
Now Blackwell going down low, doesn't fall. Arico comes down hard with it. And she'll be helped up by her teammates here. Another
great effort by CC, getting in there, and getting the board, and she is a complete player.
Reed with it now for Marian, over to McLeod, and a travel called on McLeod. A little bit of frustration here for Marian. Things just not going their way here in this one.
Yeah, out of the jump, I think Marian's going through their struggles this season. We're having a pretty good year. We kind of had a feeling this kind of game was going to happen, but it took a bit before really we've been able to extend this lead.
Crispin with it in the right corner. Back out to Arico now. Arico finds Jackson down low, puts one up, just rims out. Ambrosiak almost had it for Marian, but Country Day will keep it. Country Day on a 6-0 run here in the second half of action. Crispin looking to inbound. Wiggins down low, puts it up, doesn't fall. McLeod with the rebound for Marian. She will push it now. Facing some heavy pressure from Sanaya Blackwell. Now over in the corner to Reed, puts up a shot. Too strong. This one goes out of bounds, and the Yellow Jackets will take over. It was tipped by Rotter.
Yeah, our defense is very quick, and it's making it hard for Marian to get to the interior of the defense. Outside of making a post entry, they really are struggling to dribble past our defenders, so consequently they keep shooting these deep threes that aren't falling.
Wiggins tried to go down low to Arico. It's a foul on Marian. Goes against Olivia Rotter. That's her third foul for Marian now. Alina Eunice comes in for the Yellow Jackets. Arico will inbound. Arico finds Jayla Jackson. Jackson goes down low, doesn't fall. Marsh with the rebound. Now up to Reed. Jackson there on the defensive end for the Yellow Jackets. Now McLeod with it. McLeod working against Crispin. McLeod looking for an open shot. Gets a screen. And they're going to call the moving screen. That goes against Olivia Rotter, so she's got 4 fouls now for Marian and forced over to the bench.
Yeah, just another great example of our defense. The players are doing such a good job of moving their feet, taking chances without fouling, and they're just defensively maybe playing as well as they've been all year.
Yellow Jackets working with it now. 3:20 to go in this third quarter, up on the scoreboard, 46-19. Arico with it for the Yellow Jackets, driving, puts up a shot, doesn't fall. Reed with the rebound for the Mustangs. Reed moving quickly. Puts up a shot from the foul stripe, doesn't fall. Arico with another rebound. 3 minutes to go now in the third quarter. Arico pushing it quickly. And a nice finish by CC Arico. She's got 21.
Yeah, so the old Euro step there. Man, she's had a dynamite game. I'd like to know how many rebounds does she have. It seems like she's had like 15 all game. She's been a demon on the glass.
Reed over to McLeod. Now going inside for Ambrosiak. Gets her own rebound. And now they're fighting for it. Country Day comes down with it. Nice job by Ariana Wiggins. Now Jackson with it. Jackson going down low. Puts it up. Fouled on her way up. She'll go to the line.
All night, Jayla's done a tremendous job of just attacking the rack from all different areas, whether it's on the break, after out-of-bounds play, in our half-court offense. She's just been getting her head down, getting to the rack.
That was the first foul against Molly McLeod tonight. Jackson makes the first free throw. Jackson looking to convert on the second half of 2 free throws. And sinks it. Jackson's got 15 tonight for your Yellow Jackets. And Country Day on a 10-0 run now in this second half.
Well, they definitely, I'm sure they talked about the last time they were here and coming out of half against Carroll like we have referenced. So they've done a great job of forgetting the first half and let's start the second half like it's 0-0.
McLeod with it for Marian. Gets a screen from Marsh, puts up a shot, and sinks it. Molly McLeod now with 2 3-pointers and 8 points tonight. Arico with it. Trying to work quickly for the Yellow Jackets, going down low, doesn't fall. Rebound for Perla Haradi for Marian. Now Reed taking it up inside 2 minutes to go in this third quarter, and Jayla Jackson will be whistled for a foul.
Yeah, Jayla tried to execute a back tip there, got a little bit of the hand, but the one thing that's always been impressive about this year's team is no matter what the score, tied, winning by a lot, losing by a lot, they play with extreme intensity throughout the game, and they're continuing that even though the score is a little lopsided right now.
Reed with it for Marian. It's taken away by Jackson and a foul called. That one will go against Jayla Jackson, so the Yellow Jackets with 3 fouls and Jayla Jackson with 3 fouls. And Marian calls a timeout here with 1:41 to go in this third quarter. Yellow Jackets up on the scoreboard 50-22. It's been a little bit of a slower, if you can say a slower, offensive third quarter for the Yellow Jackets, but that follows a 28-point explosion in the second quarter.
Right, yeah, we can't expect 28 points in every quarter, but what they've done is really lock down their defense even more. They're making it extremely difficult for Marian to score, and then if you kind of continue at a decent pace, we keep on expanding our lead, and it's great to see. And again, all the factors involved. Two of the most successful basketball programs in the history of the state. Rivalry game, trophy game, right before playoffs. One of the final checks to see where you're at before you enter the tournament, and we're doing a fantastic job.
We've seen great performances across the board for the Yellow Jackets tonight. Multiple players getting involved scoring, but also, like you said, it's really been the defensive effort that's made a huge difference for the Yellow Jackets so far tonight. Yeah,
and they're gonna have to call on that in the playoffs. We're gonna face some good teams, and we're gonna have to play man to man like we have tonight.
Reed inbounds quickly to Swanson. Reed with the rebound and the putback. Nice job by McKinley Reed. Jackson will take it up for the Yellow Jackets. 1:30 to go in this third quarter of action. Eunice with it on the left side, hands it over to CC Arico. Arico puts up a long 3 ball. Doesn't fall. Eunice fighting for the offensive rebound. Bounce pass to Schwartz down low. And now it's Jayla Jackson with the and one.
Can't say it enough. Jayla's got to be one of the best body control under the basket players in the state. She just is so strong, and she can draw contact and still control her body, have a great chance to make a basket.
Jackson sinks the free throw. She's got 18 points tonight. That was McLeod's second foul for Marian. Reed with it for the Mustangs. Over to McLeod. Sure, her shot is blocked by Jayla Jackson. Arico pushes it up to Jackson. Jackson has to stop on the baseline, puts up a shot, and one again for Jayla Jackson.
Jayla's putting on a clinic tonight, Luca. I mean, she is in the zone, feeling it, and she's unstoppable right now. And you can see what we've seen all year. When Jayla is playing the way she can, along with CC, Naya hitting from outside, Sanaya playing defense, hustling, Ariana leading the way, hitting her open shots. We are a tough team to play against.
Jackson sinks the free throw, now 21 points, matching CC Arico.
Yeah, when we're in our normal flow and rhythm of a game, I can imagine opposing coaches, you got to kind of pick your poison. You can't really isolate on one player on our roster.
McLeod with it for Marian on the right side. Trying to find an open shot. Now finds Swanson, who swings it out. It's El Khoury in the corner. Back to McLeod. McLeod fighting, gets a mid-range jumper off and puts it through.
Tough shot there by McLeod. I even think that ball kind of got hit in her hand as she was about to shoot and still hit it.
Eunice with it now for the Yellow Jackets. Under 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. Blackwell on the right side finds Ariana Wiggins. Working against the taller Swanson. Now down low to Blackwell. Swings it out. It's Eunice for three. That one doesn't fall. Rebound McLeod. 3 on the clock. She's going to have to put up a long shot. Puts one up from the logo. Doesn't fall, and that's the end of the third quarter. Country Day has extended their lead to 30 points now. It's 56-26.
Yeah, nothing's going to match the second quarter output, but how we came out of half defensively while still running, getting our points, had several three-point plays. The girls are playing fantastic tonight, and they definitely came out of half. Much better way executing Coach Dean and her staff's plan as opposed to what happened against Dayton Carroll.
And this is a really great game for the Yellow Jackets to kind of make sure everyone's on the same page, get that team chemistry ready to go for the playoffs, and it's been a great performance, and I think they're succeeding in that idea tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we are hitting our stride now again as we're getting close to playoffs, and this is where you want to be. You want to keep getting better and better and be as close to your best version as you enter the playoffs.
Luka Nowinski alongside Steve Lepkowski. We thank you so much for joining us here tonight. Just one more quarter left to go here for the Yellow Jackets in this midwinter vacation.
When it gets to this point, too, it'll be interesting if Coach Dean will, look to her bench. She's already done that this game, but to give them real significant minutes to help them get ready in case they're called into action in the playoffs.
Blackwell on the left side with it for the Yellow Jackets. Finds a nice pass to Ariana Wiggins. Her shot just doesn't fall. Swanson with the rebound for Marian. Now McLeod pushing it. McLeod working against Crispin. Gets a screen from Swanson. Finds a teammate down low. It's El Khoury. Pass out to McLeod. Gets taken away by Ariana Wiggins. Now Blackwell with it. Blackwell pushing it down low for the Yellow Jackets and fouled on her way up.
After last year's three-point victory, I'm sure Coach Dean's probably a little shocked with this score right now. I felt we were in a good place entering the game, but I certainly didn't expect this.
Blackwell at the line shooting two. That was the second foul against McKinley Reed.
And all these girls, I'm sure, know each other. This is, for college basketball fans, this is what they talk about, like the Duke and North Carolina rivalry. Our schools are a mile away, and I'm sure they all grow up playing on different AAU teams and middle school. And so, this is a game that I'm sure everyone on the court has highlighted all season long.
Reed working for the Mustangs. Facing some defensive pressure from Sanaya Blackwell and now Nia Crispin. And it looks like the Yellow Jackets are going to take over here.
Yeah, we may get a 3-second call or something against Marian on that.
Crispin with it for the Yellow Jackets. Now over to Wiggins' right side. Schwartz finds Crispin left side. Yellow Jackets taking their time here in the fourth quarter. Now it's Hamoud. Nice pass over to Sanaya Blackwell going down low, putting it up and putting it through. Sanaya Blackwell has come on a little bit here offensively in this second half.
Great take by Sanaya. No hesitation, right to the rack, nice finish, and that's what she can do. And she's a very capable player offensively.
That foul will go against the Yellow Jackets' Allie Schwartz. She has 3 tonight. McLeod will inbound for Marian. Now Reed will inbound. Mustangs trying to get free from this Yellow Jacket defense. Reed able to get it into Marsh, and now McLeod with it. That one's poked out by Crispin, and a foul.
Yeah, we're still making it very difficult for Marian. You know, there is no off switch with our ball club this year, so they are really the defensive ball pressure has been impressive all night.
Foul goes against Molly McLeod for Marian. That's her 4th foul. Jackson with it for the Yellow Jackets. Her pass is taken away by Swanson. Now Reed working against the great defense of Sanaya Blackwell, going down low and fouled on her way up. She'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, that was one of the few times all night Marian was able to take it from the top and get to the rack there. So, you know, I'm sure they wish they could have done that earlier in the game, but that'll be something for them to build off of. I'm sure the coach is talking to his players about that.
Reed makes the first. That was the 4th foul against Jayla Jackson here tonight. And Reed hits them both. She's got 8 points for Marian tonight. Arico with it for the Yellow Jackets. Marian bringing a little bit of pressure. Jackson throws it down to Crispin for 3. That one doesn't fall. Blackwell on the offensive glass. Puts it up. Lots of contact. Jackson comes down with it, and it's stripped away by Marsh. And now Crispin takes it back away for the Yellow Jackets. Going down low for Jayla Jackson. Puts one up and puts one through. Nice job by Jayla Jackson to stay with it.
She has such a soft touch underneath the basket. I mean, just an impressive performance tonight by Jayla.
Reed looking to set the table for the Mustangs. Finds McLeod, open 3 on the left side. Too strong. Arico with the rebound for the Yellow Jackets. Some pressure from Marsh, and the Yellow Jackets will keep it.
You know, Marian, they've gone with their full court pressure, 2 or 3 times, and we've broken it immediately every time. And that is one thing, our team presses a lot. And sometimes when you are a pressing team, you practice so much against it that team is difficult for them to press you because you know exactly what it's supposed to do and where the openings are. So that's another thing that makes us very dangerous.
Jayla Jackson's pass goes out of bounds, so Marian will take over with 5:14 on the clock in this 4th quarter.
On the men's side, they're about to tip at Chippewa Valley. They've got a very difficult game on the road, and they've got, including after tonight, they'll have 1 game left, and their playoffs start next week. So it's just amazing. Basketball season is winding down here.
There's Jackson, who takes a pass away from Marian. Going quickly for the Yellow Jackets. Nice no-look pass to CeCe Arico in the corner for 3. It's too short. Blackwell on the offensive glass. Bounce pass inside Arico. Back out to Crispin for 3. That one's no good either. But Blackwell with another offensive rebound and a foul.
Yeah, the effort level has been amazing tonight. Really impressive. Among all the positives of tonight, the effort level from the tip through, here halfway, almost halfway done in the 4th is, kudos to the girls and the staff.
That was the first foul against Maddie Ambrosiak tonight for Marian. Arico working on the logo for the Yellow Jackets. Over to Wiggins, right side. And we might have seen a violation down low by the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, Ariana was, I believe it was her sitting down in the key a little bit too long, got a 3-second call.
Marian takes over now. It's McLeod with it. 4:30 to go here. McLeod on the left side working against Arico. Trying to drive, now backs out. Left side, puts up a shot, doesn't fall. Nice offensive rebound and a foul. That was Perla Harati with it for Marian.
In this 4th quarter, Marian's probably gotten, as many offensive rebounds as they've had all game. We've actually done a really good job on the defensive end rebounding, and late in this game, we're having a few breakdowns.
Third foul tonight against Ariana Wiggins. Now Haradi at the line for the Mustangs. Sinks the first. Haradi 1 for 2 at the line there for Marian. Arico taking it up for the Yellow Jackets now. Arico working quickly, driving, puts up a shot. Doesn't fall. Marian will take it the other way. It's McLeod with it. And a foul called. That goes against Haradi. That's her first foul. Marian has 4 team fouls now in this fourth quarter with still 4 minutes to go.
Yeah, it'll be interesting how we handle these last 4 minutes. Are there certain things Coach Dean wants to work on, sets, out-of-bounds plays, what have you?
Allie Schwartz with it for the Yellow Jackets over to Arico right side. Arico finds Maya Hamoud, puts up a 3. Doesn't fall. A rebound for El Khoury for Marian. She'll give it up to McLeod. McLeod puts up a long 3. That one bounces out. Nice tip by Ariana Wiggins over to Eunice. Now pushes it up to Arico. Gets through some defensive pressure. Her shot doesn't fall. Haradi with it and a travel, so the Yellow Jackets will keep it.
Yeah, great slashing move there by CC. Just couldn't find the basket. We're going to travel on Marian, and, we've done a great job all night, I felt like, with our underbounds plays.
Arico looking to inbound for Country Day. Finds Ariana Wiggins, hands it back over to Arico. Bounce pass inside. Wiggins! Ariana Wiggins on the board for the first time tonight. It feels like she's made a big impact on offense, finally on the scoreboard now.
Yeah, absolutely. Great wraparound bounce pass by CC for the post entry. Great finish by Ariana.
Haradi bounces it out. 3-point shot for Marian doesn't fall. Offensive rebound, now McLeod for a long 3. That one doesn't fall. Arico with the rebound for the Yellow Jackets. Pushes it up quickly to Eunice. Eunice going down low and fouled by McLeod. And that'll be McLeod's 5th foul.
Another great pass down the court by CC. And, I believe we should be shooting at this point.
I believe the Yellow Jackets should be in the bonus at this point. And, it looks like our referee crew has realized the same. So Alina Eunice will go to the line shooting 2 now for the Yellow Jackets.
I know the girls were supposed to have a game later this week, and it got moved. So this is a nice night. We're in the middle of midwinter break, and I'm sure Coach Dean's going to give them a couple of days off on the back end and come for the final week of the regular season next week. And so it's nice to have a game like this where everyone can get in, feel part of it, and again, win a trophy game, which is always special.
Ariana Wiggins wide open 3 in the corner. Ariana Wiggins. Marian trying to work quickly, going down low, and a foul.
Another nice thing about our ball club this year, it's so nice to see the unselfishness, even in a game like this. When games like this happen, sometimes you can be on teams where people have the tendency to try to get their points and have their moment, but it doesn't matter who's on the court, even though we've got a very huge lead. We're still playing our unselfish basketball, and whoever the open player is, that who dictates who takes a shot. And there's a great example, and you could hear the crowd. Everyone's so happy for Ariana hitting that 3.
Francesca Culpa at the line for Marian, hit the first of 2 shots and hits the second. Now we've got a couple of great games coming up next week for these Yellow Jackets. It's Mumford on Tuesday and that one's sure to be a great game. Pretty good opponent in Mumford, and then Grosse Pointe South for senior night on Thursday. We'll be on the call for both of those games. Sure to be a great week of basketball coming up for these Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, and, senior night will be special. We only have one senior, Ariana Wiggins, but she has really been the leader of this ball club this year. And so that'll be, we did the men's side. It'll be special for Ariana. She'll have all the attention from everyone as there's only one senior. So that'll be looking forward to that night for sure.
Reed on the left side for Marian. Working down low. Her shot doesn't fall. Offensive rebound, and the Yellow Jackets will take it away. Nice job by Ariana Wiggins on the defensive end. Pass taken away by Marian, though, so they'll take it back up. It's Kulpa with it. Their main ball handler, McLeod, is fouled out. Kulpa trying to go down low, lost it, and it'll just go out of bounds. Yellow Jackets taking over under 2 minutes to go in this one.
Well, Luca checking in on our boys' game. They're in a dogfight early at Chip. We're down 11-2, so we're going to have some work to make up there with, about halfway through the first.
Eunice on the left side for the Yellow Jackets here. Driving and a foul, so she'll go to the line again. Yellow Jackets in the bonus. That foul goes against El Khoury, her first for Marian. So Eunice to shoot 2 here. She went 0 for 2 her first time up. Can't hit the first.
And I'm not sure about the rules. I feel like maybe it's 40 points. But I thought it was 35. We may be in a running clock situation for the remainder of the game as long as it's 35 points.
Eunice misses them both. Marian working on the offensive end now. It's El Khoury going down low now for Harati, who could not get it. Eunice with it now for the Yellow Jackets. Minute 30 to go. Now it's Wiggins working left side over to Hamoud in the corner. Hamoud back to Sanaya Blackwell. Blackwell out to Schwartz for 3. That one doesn't fall. Sanaya Blackwell on the offensive glass for the Yellow Jackets. This one goes out of bounds, and Country Day will keep it.
Yeah, I mean, a minute 15 seconds left. You're up 35, and look at the effort Sanaya continues to give. Just really impressive. Such a promising young player as only being a sophomore, but that's what this collection of Yellow Jackets are this year. It's can't say enough about the effort they put in.
And they're going to say Blackwell traveled on that one, so Marian will take it back. Minute 11 to go in this fourth quarter. Reed taking it up for the Mustangs. Marian looking to get a shot set up. Over to Reed. Reed finds Ruby Hanna. Now over to El Khoury in the corner, trying to go baseline. Wiggins stopped it on the defensive end for the Yellow Jackets. Now it's Reed with it again. Bounce pass to Kulpa. Back Reed, drives, floater, just rims out. Wiggins comes down with it. There's a fight for the rebound. Eunice in there now with a couple of Marian players. It's a jump ball, and Marian will keep it.
It's just like I referenced with Sanaya. I mean, it's under 30 seconds left. Bodies are still flying on the ground. And, again, it's a testament to what our team's getting ready to hopefully make a deep run and go get a state championship. So they know every game is a part of that, and they only know how to play one way. And it's just great to see because it's very easier said than done.
Eunice took that inbound pass away. Blackwell with it now for the Yellow Jackets, driving. Puts up a shot, just falls short. Harati with the rebound for Marian, under 10 seconds. It's Kulpa going quickly, going down low, and putting it through. Francesca Kulpa. And the buzzer will sound. The Yellow Jackets are victorious. They win the Battle of Losser over Marian, 66-33.
Yeah, another great night of basketball for our team. And, now we're down to 2 games next week and then enter the MSHA playoffs, the district level. We'll be the number 1 seed in districts, and everything we're doing from this point forward is one thing in mind, and that's to make a deep run. Last couple years we've made it to the regional final round, and I know that's been on the mind of Coach Dean and the girls, is to break through and get on to quarters and then make it to the Final Four and try to add a banner in this historic program.
And you could see there just then on your screen the Yellow Jackets hoisting that trophy. They win the trophy game for the Battle of Gloucester, now improving to 15-5 and really poised to make a great playoff run. But they've got 2 more games before then. We're going to see them again next week a couple of times, on Tuesday against Mumford and then on Thursday against Grosse Pointe South for senior night. Sure to be a couple of great games here as the Yellow Jackets close out the regular season and look forward to the playoffs, starting with districts at Notre Dame Prep.
Yeah, and just like we said with the boys last week, the girls know, and it's Ariana, the 1 senior. She knows she's got 2 games left on this court, and that's it. And she'll never play on this court again because all of our locations are on the road for the playoffs. So I'm sure she's going to have a spirited week of practice, and all the girls are going to want to send her off the right way. And we saw that in our senior night on the men's side, with Cade, Chase, Evan, and Blake, how all the underclassmen really were energized on that senior night. And I bet we're going to see 2 versions of that, both on Tuesday, Thursday, but ultimately on senior night Thursday. So it'll be great.
This is already a team that plays with so much energy.
Yeah,
it'll be amazing to see what that can look like with even more. And sure to be a great week of basketball coming up next week. Make sure you won't want to miss it. Well, that's the final score for us here from Shaw Gymnasium. 66-33, Yellow Jackets get the win over Marian in the Battle of Gloucester. For Steve Lepkowski, I'm Luka Nowinski, signing off from Shaw Gymnasium. Good night, everyone.